Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay in this YouTube rabbit hole. Today I have for you all 3 new indie games that were released in late 2023 that I'm sure none of you have ever heard of. I was provided 2 of these games for free for review purposes, but I found the last one on my own on this list and purchased it for a whopping $1 because I thought it looked interesting. If any of these seem like fun, I will be providing the Steam links in the description so you can support the developer. Without further ado, let's get into it. To begin our list, we have My Little World, developed by Tiny Studios. This game is a relaxing puzzle game about strategically placing tiles to gather points and watch your little world grow over time. I really enjoyed how the world expanded and grew with each tile I placed. The visuals are simple 3D models with nothing too flashy, but everything looks intentional in design. The different types of tiles are distinguishable from one another, making it easy to tell what type they are at a glance. You can't confuse a forest for a farm field or a river for a road, and the different buildings are distinguishable as well. The music is nothing fancy, just a nice, simple instrumental that doesn't distract you from thinking about your next move. The gameplay is simple. As mentioned before, there are different types of tiles, and they give you a larger points bonus if you place them with tiles of their type. If you place them next to tiles that don't complement them, they can actually subtract from your score. Some tiles are hybrids, and you can still gain a net positive bonus to outweigh the negative if you place them well. I don't understand how the math works behind the scenes, but it pleases my monkey brain to see the big numbers when you have a whole bunch of similar tiles boosting your score. There are also 2 different game modes to choose between: the single tile game mode and multiple tiles mode. In single tile mode, you get a set of tiles, but you only see one at a time to play. When you run out of tiles, you select one of 3 sets to add to your hand. These sets are randomized but come with a theme, like river tiles or road tiles, or maybe all of them are random. So sometimes you can try to get a little extra strategic with it. In multiple tile mode, you have an inventory of tiles to choose from, and as you play tiles and get points, you add more tiles to your inventory to choose from. You don't get unlimited uses of each tile though, so you really have to think about placement. I found this mode to be much more challenging. I'm more of a one step at a time kind of guy. There is a custom mode where you can adjust the rules and setting to your enjoyment, as well as free build mode to go ham with it if you want. For only $4, this is a wonderful little puzzle game. I could see myself putting more than just 4 hours into this game, so I would feel like I got my money's worth had I not received this copy for free. The developer has a roadmap posted on their Steam page, so there's more content coming to this game. It's still in early access, but just a little more polish and some new features and this guy will be good to go. Have you ever wanted to throw something other than a normal bowling ball down the lane just to see what would happen? Well, Roll for Life is the game for you. This game is a wacky take on arcade bowling and is an all-around blast to play. There's not much to say about visuals per se, except that each background of every level is unique and imaginative, so we'll talk about level design instead. I really enjoy the design of every single level in this game. Each one is really creative with unique obstacles and layouts. There's some interesting platforming you have to work around, and the obstacles get more difficult the later you get into each level. The music in this game is actually pretty good. Each course has its own music track as well, which is a nice touch. The smacking sound of the ball when it hits the ground and crashes through the pins sounds pretty authentic to me. Not much more to say on that. The game plays with normal bowling scoring rules of spares and strikes, and I won't be getting into the details of how scoring works. You have to use a controller to play this game, as you can manipulate the ball after you throw it. You use the joystick to steer to the left and right, and even pull back to slow down to avoid obstacles. You're also given a random superpower each time you throw, such as super size, super jump, or super speed. You can unlock new balls and powers with a minigame in between levels. When you beat a level, you get a token and drop it in this machine, and if it lands in a good one of the holes, then you unlock something. All in all, this game is pretty enjoyable. For a price of $9, it's not too bad. If you're unsure before you purchase, there is a demo available to play. The gameplay feels watertight, and there are 11 levels, each unique in its design and background visuals. The developer has also added a few content updates since I started writing this review. I could recommend this to someone I know, especially if it goes on sale. I am Die. You are Die. We are Die. we all are Die one day. I Am Die is a very different kind of 3D platformer, developed and published by Happy Home Games. You play as this dice dude, using physics to solve puzzles. You can do your best to roll around and roll as low a score as possible. The visuals are simple. It seems like everything was made from scratch by the solo developer. That's all fine and dandy though, as they don't need to be complicated for a game like this. The music is calm and low-key, and is pretty much the same thing throughout all of the levels, so there's not much to say there. To put it simply, your goal is to guide a marble to the end of its track, and do so with as low rolls as possible and as quickly as possible, as that affects your score and star rating at the end of the level. Once the marble reaches the end, you get a key to unlock the portal to the end of the level, to which you have to rotate your die in the air to land on a specific number. There are some side objectives. One of those is a golf minigame where you guide the golf ball into the hole, and then there's the arcade machine where you dodge meteors, and if you survive long enough, you win. When you complete these objectives, you get one of these little orb looking things called pips, and when you pick up one of these pips, it spawns more of the level to appear around you. Then there's the superpowers and different kind of dies to play. There are several to encounter and use, and I don't understand them entirely, so we'll leave it at that. I do enjoy the ability to change up how the game plays though. I have barely dipped a toe into everything that there is to this game, much less the speedrun aspect. All in all, from what I have experienced, this game's pretty fun. The gameplay is pretty simple, but there's an incredible amount of variety in the levels, over 50 of them. Some have minor changes from the last one, but the later levels get pretty hard to get 3 stars. Anytime you stop to look around, you add to your die roll score, so if you want a perfect score, you're gonna have to do some work and rerun the levels. It'll be really hard to nail it the first try. For the price I paid, 99 whole cents, I can't complain at all about this game. This is a nice little game. I'm not sure I would have sought it out on my own if I wasn't going to review it, but I am glad that I came across it in my search. Well, that's all I have for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and please comment below if you have a game you'd like me to cover in the future. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.